know that you got it right?
Uh, when it starts to work, I guess,
When people are responding,
yeah.
they're clicking.
Clicking? Okay.
when they're engaged, when they see something of value that they're engaged in it, you're seeing people wanting to.
What does engagement mean? It's such a wishy-washy term. I like the
Yeah.
word wishy-washy. It's a German term. It means spongy, no substance.
Right.
What does it mean? What do you look for? And we just actually created new content about that topic, Gary and I. We are just talking about those famous three-letter words.
Mm.
What do you look
Yes.
for in engagement? What is
Probably
engagement?
probably when your audience starts to, show love for, your posts and, uh, explain how they resonate to them specifically. I don't know, things like that, I guess.
Okay, how do you know if your audience loves your post? What do they do?
Like
How do you
through how they,
recognize it?
yeah, through how they respond, maybe, like if it's a Facebook post or,
If they think it's
Okay,
valuable.
okay. How do you know?
how do we know if they think it's valuable?
Exactly.
I would say when they start to apply it and, uh, you know, uh, basically, we hear about the results, maybe, or maybe that's too far.
Now, let's just start with the basics. Say you have a
Yeah.
Facebook post, right? We all do that. We post on social media.
Yes.
What is important to look for and what really is wasted time?
Say that again. You said what's
What
important to look
What
for?
would you
Yeah.
look for when it's a Facebook post? How do you measure if the Facebook post works or if it was just another post on the wall?
Oh, I guess,
when you hear crickets
or not. Yeah, you're tracking the reactions.
Okay.
and not getting
Good
the
word.
same.
Tracking was a good word you just said right there.
Yeah.
Tracking is
Okay.
a big
And
Right.
part
what
of it.
what reactions are important?
And what do you track?
Likes and loves and comments.
Okay,
I
likes
think.
and loves are totally irrelevant. Why?
Mhm.
Okay.
What about like link clicks to whatever it is that you were trying to
Yeah.
share to them?
Link clicks is a major one.
There you
Those
go.
are relatively hard to get.
Right.
Shares is an indication. Comments are an indicator. So
Right.
comments and shares are good. Not all of your posts will be link clicks. Actually, when you post in other people's Facebook groups, very often they do not allow you to post links because Facebook depreciates posts that link out to a non-Facebook site. Facebook
Right.
doesn't like
Right.
it.
Hmm.
So many other people's groups say do not post links, maybe once a week.
Right.
So then you are only getting comments and maybe a share.
Can you track the length of time they've watched a video, or if it was a video?
That depends where it
Oh,
is. And
Yeah, you're
before,
gonna everything.
yeah,
You want to track everything, and then you got to have a set of KPIs, right? Key
mhm.
performance indicators.
okay.
And depending on which platform you're on, you're going to have different KPIs that you're going to measure and track, and that's how you determine what's working and what isn't working.
Right.
And
Right. That
it's
makes sense.
actually a difficult topic, and Gary's just created some content about it because very often we focus on indicators that do not matter. Like, oh, this post got so much likes and hearts, people really love
Right?
it.
Hmm.
It's irrelevant.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if they're not
Right.
leading to conversion, then what are they doing? I mean, it's great to get 1,000 likes, but if you're not getting any booked calls or converting anybody from that, then what are you doing? You're spinning your
Right.
wheels.
And to
Now,
be
is
honest,
there a
for me, that
way?
yeah, go ahead.
Is there a way like to have a post to generate likes and comments, and then share that with a different intention, so that maybe that gives you a bit more credibility, having more reactions on the post? Is that a way you can utilize that?
Yes, absolutely. There's different ways how you can build
Okay.
up engagement. And what we do, since I'm not an expert in Facebook group and marketing, and neither is Gary, I actually learned what we do now from an expert. I don't know if you ever heard of Julie Vance.
No, I
She's
don't.
and in the course there's a link that I put in to her viral post to a blueprint. It's
Okay.
the best Facebook marketing training I ever got, and it's $14.95.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Bargain. And
Wow.
it
Yeah.
depends. It also depends on what your goals are, right? Somebody that's on creating content to go viral, and they're
Mm-hmm.
looking for likes and views because they're trying to monetize by getting as many people to
Yeah.
see what they're putting out there. You're have a specific niche that's speaking to a specific audience, so of course you're not going to get a ton of likes from the world because you're
Right.
for a small audience that's
Right.
looking at what you're putting out there.
Right.
Because your
Now,
goal is to get them to come into your system, you know, join
what
Right.
your
and
community.
Gary, you mentioned a very important point. What is the whole goal of being on social media? What's the first thing you need to achieve to be successful in the long run when you're on social media? What's the main purpose of social media?
Uh,
To share content.
get them
No,
off social media and onto your system.
exactly. Get them on your list. Get them on your email list.
Right.
Because who owns Facebook? Certainly not either of us. Who owns
Right.
LinkedIn, Instagram, however? If they don't like you, they don't necessarily tell you. They don't necessarily just delete your posts unless you share something that's absolutely unacceptable by their community
Right.
standards that shift with the political thing. But your email list belongs to you.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So
Right.
it's still most of the valuable and the list of customer. And Gary, you just talked about another 3-letter word there. That is why we created the business in a box with the templates. Because what is that for a 3-letter word? Anybody knows that three-letter word before Gary spits it out?
No. No.
Mikey knows. Right, Mikey? Mike?
Indeed.
What is the 3-letter word that is the most important part of any system? That's our business in a box. We all have it.
I would say fun, but I don't know what you're
I like
referencing.
fun too. Gary,
Yeah.
tell them. We need to talk about it more.
Yeah. CRM, customer relationship management.
Ah, okay.
That is the system. I mean, that is, where
That's an
everything.
acronym, not a word.
Yeah, you're right.
True.
she totally would have got it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Yeah.
It was my mistake. My mistake. I take the blame. You all
That would have
agree,
helped.
and I
That
was
might
wrong.
have helped. Yeah.
That might
Yeah,
have
for
helped.
sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, we were just actually talking about that prior to the call. We were on here and discussing some of the content we're working on. And I was explaining to Christine about that I can't just create videos and say, CRM, KPI, CTR, all these acronyms that people maybe aren't familiar with because then they don't know what the heck you're talking about. So I got to actually say customer relationship management for people that are just maybe new to entrepreneurship. And, it's like a different language to them if you're just throwing out all these acronyms that they have no clue what you're talking about. So I think
Right.
that's important.
And you're right. And you know, the word customer relationship management is so well crafted. It says exactly what we need to do to help our clients make a decision.
Hmm. Right.
Yes. And
And what
relationships
decision?
are, that's the foundation of everything, right?
Yeah,
That's where you build that know, like, and trust.
right.
Mm-hmm.
We build the relationship first,
Mm.
and then we offer them something, and then we help them to make a decision. Now, the first two parts are called marketing. The last part is called sales.
Hmm.
Sales is nothing else but helping people make a decision. And it's either yes, no, and hopefully not a maybe. It's the worst decision you can get. So good sales is getting them to say no more often than yes. And as little as possible, maybe.
Hmm. Yeah, and I think a good catalyst for all that, which ties into the relationship, is relating, right? Being relatable, and yeah. So that's
That's a
so.
great point, Tyler. How can you be relatable? What do you do as an entrepreneur to be relatable?
I would say probably have empathy. That definitely helps connect the dots to help people know that we're real people too. We've been there. And we know what that journey is like to kind of
Identify
get where you go.
to identify a challenge, or what is it they're trying to overcome? What is their need? And then how do we what problems or challenges are people facing that we can help with?
Right. And also, the more clear you are to who you are speaking is especially important online. We cannot see our market. When you are in a room with the audience, you can see their faces, you can see their reactions, you can see if they like it, if they're with you, or if they're on your phone playing, right? Then you lost them. And online, you don't know unless they click and buy. So it's a very
Hmm.
different environment. In a way, we have to be a little more flashy than in a room, but it's similar. And you're right, completely right. That's exactly it.
I
Right.
think too that you need to speak to your audience in a way that speaks to where they are in the journey. So you think back to yourself when you were just starting your journey of
Mhm.
transformation, depending on whatever your offer is, right? Usually we're offering something that we experienced, that we were successful at achieving the transformation, the desired transformation. So when
Right.
you're speaking to your audience, you're speaking to them in those early stages. Where were you in the beginning of your transformation? You didn't understand everything you know now. So you can't start talking to them from that level of where you are now. You want to talk to them from that level you were at when you were in their shoes. That
Yeah,
way
I was
it
just talking to my
resonates.
wife about me that.
That was a very
Yeah,
good point.
you
Yeah.
had to go back. A lot of people don't want to do that because they have to relive it. And I went through the same thing over the last few days, just reliving challenges and ways that I thought about myself that didn't serve me then, but how did I grow from that? Right. And I think transparency is a big thing. Be
Yeah.
raw, real, be
Yes.
vulnerable.
Authentic. Yes. That's
And,
huge.
you know,
Yeah.
and a lot of people don't want to do that
Yeah.
because they had to keep up that perfection persona or whatever.
They don't
Um,
want to be vulnerable.
yeah, yeah. And I feel that that's like when you're being raw and real, that's people want to see your true self,
People, yeah,
not
people feel
something
that.
like, oh, okay, we got
Yeah.
here's all the solutions and our life is rainbows and butterflies. Well, no, it wasn't always that way. So how did we get from A to B?
There's a
Yes.
classic triple F formula, right? Feel, felt, found. If you're feeling down in the dumps, believe me, I understand. I've been where you are. I felt down in the dumps myself. And here is what I learned how to overcome this issue. What I found was this, and it can be a product, a service, or whatever it is, a book, whatever you are offering. And that is a very popular and very successful formula for pretty much everything. If
That's
you're
true.
feeling stressed, you're not alone. I also feel stressed when going online because I feel overwhelmed for the technology. And here's what we found. That's exactly why we created the AI Wellness Universe, because it makes AI accessible to non-techies. You don't have to study prompting anymore. You can just click the avatar generator and your ideal client comes alive in front of you. This would be a marketing message for our AI Wellness Universe. By the way, if you haven't tried the AI Wellness AI Avatar Generator, try it. It's the best tool to generate a clear picture of the person you're messaging to with
Oh,
all the bells
yeah,
and whistles. Have you tried them?
yeah. I highly recommend that. That we now have our uh, precious soul, Grace Thompson.
Oh, awesome.
Nice.
I love it.
Yeah.
And
So,
where you go from that,
say that again. Do I know?
do you know where to go from after the avatar generator? The next step would be to use the 3 offer generator that we prompted last week. It's brand
Yes, I
new.
did that too. Yeah, it did the 3
Awesome.
offers and ended up making even more. And yeah, those offers are pretty crazy. Like, got some pretty crazy offers.
What did you get? I'm just curious.
Oh, there was, I mean, the biggest one, just in terms of like how it laid out the value, and like what it actually is, and how we can offer it to people in a way that just like, oh my God, like you had to be a complete idiot to not take it, right?
Yeah.
Right.
It
Yep.
was really, yeah, it was really thorough, laid out and connected what we already had to offer, like in combined ways that are very like intuitive, and would I could see how it could help, by helping people with their physical health, it could actually help their business in ways that we didn't see before. And yeah, and even like in terms of free offers, how we can bring free offers together into like a toolkit that just, again, like when they see that, they're like, wow, this is like, I have this big arsenal now to help me with where I'm at, like through relating to them, and feel found formula, like you just mentioned, in in a way that is like, wow, if I had this when I was where they are, like this would be exactly what I needed, and then so just go from what we would have exactly needed then, and it just
Yep.
it just then becomes so relatable because it's exactly what you needed, what helped you, and now what can help them where they're at, where you once were.
Love that. You really got
Yep.
that. It's
Excellent.
amazing.
Yes.
He dove
Right.
in. It's pretty beautiful when he got created there.
It's right up my alley.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You can have a lot of fun in that system. Did you
Yeah, I
create
am
the
having
Oh, he
fun.
landing
is.
page?
He is. Yeah, he's been singing its praises, your
Yeah,
praises.
it's the highlight of my day when I get at it. Yeah.
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 And that's the thing. Like
Awesome. We love
he can
that.
only really get on the screens like later in the evening. It takes a while for him to build up with.
Yeah.
What's
So
the thing you got going on again? Stigma.
Yeah, it's just well, I had astigmatism since I was younger, and just like I get a lot of eye strain with screens and that, so it just yeah, usually later in the day, like they're pretty good, and I just gotta balance it, and then I'll able to still keep producing, like, and just focus on the screen time, what's most important
yeah.
for me. Yeah.
Yeah, many people also have dry eyes lately. That was a consequence of certain injections that we have to take. It's very common now. Dry eye syndrome, and it makes it worse, of course, when we are on screens, because traditionally on screens we blink less than if we
Right.
are not on screens, and that makes eyes drier and makes all eye strain worse. Some people are helped by Polaroid glasses. That's just a little tip.
Okay. Yeah, and I found too, like where it's a lot closer and not like because I find like I'll take breaks and go for walks so I can just see it in the distance. That helps.
Yeah,
Like that, yeah.
that's great. Awesome.
Mhm.
Do you have any
Okay.
other questions? Because I gotta get my card in.
Oh, one other quick question. I didn't know if like is there a way to like favorite most frequently used apps or like to put them in a tab or like do you just keep your tabs open in the browser with those apps? Is that how you would if you're
You
just
can do
working on like 2 or 3 specific apps uh at a time kind of thing?
yeah, you can do that. Or if you have a specific request, let us know and we'll see. And if it makes sense, we can create new categories.
Uh
Or yeah, there's no specific way without buying the whole mothership and rebranding it, which is by the way expensive and complicated to do that.
right. Right. Oh, okay, I gotcha.
But
I
different
didn't know if,
tabs is a good option, and they usually
Mhm.
have 10, 15 tabs open all the time anyway.
Yeah, that's usually what I do too. Just open new tabs and then it's easier to jump around that way.
yeah,
But
yeah, because
you,
I
you
found that
might have
mine's
noticed that in the AI system on the bottom, there's often a button that says send to another app, and you can do that.
okay. What does that mean? Send to another app?
Then it will send the results of the app that you're working on to another app. And sometimes it's pre-given, for example, when you do nonfiction books, and by the way, they were great for lead magnets too.
Right.
You can use them because it starts with a title generator, then it takes a top title and puts it in the next app, generates an outline, generates the chapters, and generates each chapter, and then you can go in as a human and do the finish edit and have your book in less. My fastest book was 4 hours. A good book takes you a week.
Right.
They're on
Right. Oh,
Amazon, both of them. My 80% AI book is on Amazon, the 4 hour book, and the good book took me a week, and it's actually my best book ever. I created it in a week, the 4 week gut restoration protocol. I recommend everybody create a book. It makes you an authority.
yeah. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that
Definitely.
makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Write
Wow.
about something. It's easy,
That's
it's fast, and we can help you. We have a book writing workshop coming up on September 13th.
okay.
You got a free spot if you're in this program.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
15th of September?
13.
13th, Saturday.
What
So,
time is that your time?
go ahead.
Yeah, it's on Eventbrite. You can find it there, but you'll
Okay.
get a login in the email. Always look at our emails
Yeah. Okay.
so you
13th.
don't miss it, because you will get a coupon to get 100% off if you're in the program, but probably not before the day before the event or 2 days before.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
I wanted to bring Michael into the conversation because I don't
Mm.
know if he had any questions, and also, introduce Sharon and Taylor to Michael.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Michael's partner is Peggy, which she'll normally be here too, but she's out of town. So since we'll all be meeting weekly, figured it'd be good to let everybody know who's who.
Sounds good.
So Michael, you have anything
Hey,
you wanted
Michael.
to talk about?
Hey, nice to meet you.
Showing you who's been talking in the
It's
back.
nice like Gary. Just kidding. I'm Peggy's tech and marketing person, and she's the coach and salesperson. So basically the same kind of relationship Gary and Kristen have. So Peggy,
It just works.
sorry,
No, go ahead.
certified psychology of eating coach who helps professional women stop emotional eating. So we're doing a 3-month group program starting next month, and for 10 professional women. We've been working together about 3 years. I also work full time for the state of Washington, father of 5, and then I have another client I work with too, so I'm super busy. But it beats
Wow.
not being super busy. So that's me. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. I
That's
like
awesome.
that.
Nice to meet you, Michael.
Nice to meet you. Yeah.
What day are you and Peggy on now, Michael, in the program?
17th September is when it starts.
Yeah, I know. What day in the program, in the Purpose to Profit
Oh,
program?
sorry. Because of her
That's okay.
vacation, we're still on the same. But I basically been testing all of her landing pages, and everything, and then got the calendar thing working, and then I have the calendar redirect back to the watch this video page. So once I book a call, so after she gets back, we'll move on from there to segmenting her list and everything else.
Excellent. And if you have any specific wishes for content that would be valuable, or for systems that would be valuable, or explanations that you need, please, we want to hear from you, because we are creating, of course, a program as you go. You're both in beta. That's why it's less than it will be later. And it is quite amazing. We are quite stunned. And the system up coach that we are using just got a major update. So it will be even better than it is now. So I'm really excited about that too.
Yeah, I
And
kept getting these automations, and I'm like, what the heck is this? And then I realized it was from an automation that was set up automatically from people I got the CRM from. So anyway, so the importance of checking, your automations and everything, it can't be overstated. And as Gary was saying, I've been a digital affiliate marketer over 20 years, and I understand the technology, but workflows and automations is so different within each system and CRM. And, that's why it's great to have Christine and Gary behind you, so that they've already proven, the workflows work and everything. And if you get stuck, you actually have someone you can go to help you.
thank
Yeah,
you.
very valuable.
Yeah, it's awesome. Thank you. I'm liking this trend too. I mean, you got Peggy and Michael, and you got Sharon and Taylor and Christine and I. So I noticed we all have a partnership, which I think gives us a great competitive advantage to somebody, as opposed to somebody working as a solopreneur, right? Trying to do everything themselves.
Yes.
So much harder.
It is harder. It is harder.
Yeah.
It's bringing
You got to have fun with, people that jog with you, right? Yeah.
and that's one of the things too. I know me and Taylor came together. I mean, we taught each other so much, but we want to be able to teach other people to do the same, like collaborating,
Absolutely.
right? So it's
Yes.
providing that safe space and platform to be able to do it. So this, the technology piece is like, after our first call, I felt like there was 100,000 pounds lifted. Yeah, I did, because it gives us direction and focus. And so we're kind of like growing out of our old ways of being in terms of how we generate an income into the new, right? And so it's just, we're taking baby steps, and but we're more purpose driven, I find, in the last purpose to profit. Funny. More purpose, like our steps are, well,
We choose that name on purpose.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's good. It's good steps. But I really need to run. I was supposed to have my car down this morning.
Okay.
But
Now, Tyler, please
We needed to
create
do
your
this.
login in the coaching system. I noticed that you are still showing as not logged in ever.
Oh yeah, see, I've been using hers. And we've been doing it together.
We've been doing it
That's
together through
Yeah,
mine.
you can still do it together, but it's better when you both have access to it, because sometimes you overlook something when you do it together. So just take it to, it doesn't cost us anything. See, it's right
Okay.
here, invite pending. I can resend it if it helps you.
Yes, yeah.